I'm going to play a tune.
You to believe deception. I own your vital principle, and it was cheap, and I'm unstoppable. Truly, you will see like a well-wisher in the land of milk and honey. Somewhere in there, there's something there.
Yeah, here we go. Master G just trying to check out the audio and see what's, hopefully we can get everything kicked up and everything working properly. Yeah, and see, I got all the levels cranked up too, and that's what I'm trying to figure out what's going on. That's what I'm checking. Yeah, it's at 98 now. Well, it's 100 now, but that's, yeah, that's weird. I've never had this issue before. I even turned the mixer off and turned it back on before, too. Yeah, they're fine there. I don't change those that much at all. They're all equal. Yeah, 12, 1 o'clock I usually have them on. Okay, let me try to, if you can hear me, I'm going to try to kick up, see what the show. I have that all cranked all the way up to the top, too. No, it's, yeah, it's not, it's got to be on our end. I know that. I appreciate your help, and hopefully we can. We'll just go back and try to pick up something, and hopefully it works. I apologize, too. Okay, my apology, everybody. Oh, now we can hear.
Can you hear me?
Hello, everybody there? Cool, now we can hear.
Mine's not working, though. I can hear you fine.
Okay, everybody work?
Test. Okay.
Okay, cool. Everybody up. We're back up and running. I apologize, people, for the delay and the pain in the ass, everybody. So,
he was talking about me.
We can back up. Everybody here? And we apologize. Man, we're getting all hot and juicy and everything now. And getting back to flogging, and yeah, Miss Fu, you're right. That's one aspect when you're talking about the flogging aspect and the flogger with the whips. And when you are talking about the bondage and aspect, flogging is one aspect about it's incorporated with that. You are right with the bondage aspect. A lot of times in the S&M and the realm what couples I deal with in here, there's the flogging aspect is they sort of tie it in to where this is going to sound really whacked out, but they tie it in with fucking and logs tied in with the anal sex and also the fisting aspect of it. That's where the anal play comes in and the fisting aspect. We're talking the hardcore S&M realm. And I know, Fu, you mentioned that you were very, very familiar with the S&M realm. Oh, my God. Are you talking practicing or reading? Were you researching that aspect? Okay. Hopefully everybody can hear us back now. Anybody that left in chat, I apologize for the mix-hap and technical difficulties. We have no idea what the hell happened. So, but we're back on air. Hopefully everybody can hear us now. We're talking about crazy sex, and other things. Yeah, thank you for hearing us. I don't know what the hell happened, but we're back up now. Then we are going to go back from there. Okay, Miss Cynthia. Now I babbled all over trying to get my bearings back up. You got to help me out right here. Now, I want to hear what your idea of crazy sex is, okay? We talked about, we got flogging, which has to do with flogs. People with flogging you can use in the dom setting. You can use, there's everything, man. You can use leather as far as whips. Some people use the floggers, which people have used basically where that came from. The flogging tradition came from, where? Suffering. And most of people have heard of the Wailing Wall, right? In Jerusalem and all that, where they whip each other on the back. That's where that stuff, the flogging, came from. They sort of turned it in the hardcore S&M routine. They more or less, like a log up the ass, if you will, or dropping a log. I'm going to be honest with you. And they ended up coming up to where that realm, that's where basically came up to, and they threw in for the fisting aspect. Some people fisting or the fingering aspect sort of goes hand in hand with that. But I'm glad everybody can listen and hear us now. Hopefully the audio is going sounding clear. So we are kicking it back up. This is Greg Dzinski. This is the Art of Relationships show. Now, okay, we're back up. We want to make sure everybody can hear us now. So, I think we said everybody can hear. Everybody out? Foo, you still out there, or did you pass out on us? Okay. Just checking. I'm all paranoid and everything. Now, we're going to...
I'm thinking the same thing.
I know. We're all paranoid here, wondering if everybody can hear us. Go on. Sorry, very unprofessional aspect with technical difficulties, and had no clue what's going on, and I'll blame it on Cynthia. So,
I'll take the blame. I'm used to it.
Going on. We are on the Fishbowl Radio Network out of Austin, Texas, and 1.8 million listeners per month, which is cool. And everybody tune in. They have quite a few orange bowls, blue bowl, different bowls. Talking about blue balls. Not blue balls. I said blue bowls. And talking about, and the show's in the uncut bowl, so it's more non-FCC monitored and everything. So, This is Greg Dazinski, the Art of Relationships radio show on Fishbowl Radio Network. You can check me out every Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 Central. You can hear us or me describe different ways to enhance your relationships and sexual elements, if you will, where you can obtain the closeness, maybe the pleasure, the emotional, mental, physical, and intellectual bond that you've always craved of in your relationships, or maybe the single people out there too, okay? And you can catch all this, catch some insights, get your questions answered on the Art of Relationships radio show here on the Fishbowl Radio Network, so jump on in. Okay, going back to crazy sex and other things or other shit out there as the technical difficulties are all kicking up and everything going on. Now, I want to hear, what are your elements, Cynthia, of crazy sex? We talked about before the technical difficulties about the difference of tame. You said tame is boring, man. You are not a romantic chick, are you? Cynthia, I'm asking that.
Just because I don't like boring, tame sex doesn't mean I'm not romantic.
But your definition of romance is what? S&M?
No, wait a minute. My definition of romance is different than my definition of crazy sex.
Oh, God. Can you incorporate the two?
Of course you can.
And you got to elaborate on this. I want to hear this.
Yes, I can incorporate romance and crazy sex. Take me out to a nice restaurant. I don't have to be wearing panties. You know, anything goes.
Oh, God. Everyone just lost their fucking appetite right now when you're talking about that.
There's a couple candles, and we're sitting in the corner. We're good.
Okay. So, then kick it up a notch. What is your definition of crazy sex? Now, not wearing those panties at the restaurant. How would you incorporate crazy sex into that element or that atmosphere? Now, I want to hear people out there. You can give us a call, 586-212-4196. And I want to give a special thank you to Robert from Fishbowl Radio Network helping us out with technical difficulties. I definitely appreciate that. Getting back to your routine for crazy sex now. What's your idea? How would you carry out that? Say you have no panties on in a restaurant, right?
Right.
Okay. Now you're just hoping the health department doesn't come in. Now.
They're hoping the health department doesn't come in.
Now, what would you do? Would you call your husband? I'll leave his name out of it. Call your husband into the bathroom. Or would you, what about if they had a buffet? Would you like to butter him? Butter his Buffett. Buff his butt.
What does the buffet have to do with it?
No, I'm just wondering. You have no panties. Do you want him to sort of come up behind you with no panties on and sort of help you with your platter?
No, normally I would be either sitting next to him or, usually, you're sitting in this booth next to him.
Okay.
There's a lot of things you can do. I mean, he has hands. They wander.
Oh, so you're talking
There's a lot of people
hands,
that will
right?
know what's going on, too. That's why you ask for that corner table.
Do you think it's more exciting for others to be out there and know what's going on? Are you into the voyeurism?
I think that's the whole point of it.
Oh, that's the risque.
That's the risk.
And that's when you talked about doing top-down convertible down I-75 here in Michigan, Metro Detroit area, or wherever the hell you were going. I don't even want to know because I'd want to head in the opposite direction. But how many people, what is your definition out there? Those in the live chat, if you're still around, I know technical difficulties. I know we lost a little bit of people. I want to know what your definition, how you view crazy sex and looking at it. And what goes on from there? Everybody out there, hit me up, people. Give us a call, 586-212-4196. 4196. Okay. We are probably going to take a little breather. I know we've been missing a little bit of show with technical difficulties, but I want to make sure everything is working now, up and running. And it seems like everything we're back normal. We're going to take a little breather and going to have a couple songs from Rev Funky and Skyway Traffic, the usual beats on the Art of Relationships radio show. Thanks for listening. We'll be back in a few moments.
If you're looking for that unique, cool fashion statement, check out Shoes by Shay on Facebook. She has hand-painted, hand-designed canvas shoes for you, your loved one. It's an inspirational piece unique to your own taste. Check out Shoes by Shay on Facebook. Again, that's Shoes by Shay on Facebook.
You to believe deception. I only vital principle, it was cheap, and I'm unstoppable. Truly, you will see, like a well-wisher in the land of milk and honey. Somewhere in there, there's something there, something that'll never leave you the same. Sympathy for she, there's no one to blame. Well, wisher in the land of milk and honey. Can't figure out why the hell I can't say all the words that I've been thinking in my mind, unless I'm in front of a crowd shouting into a mic and she get a little bit closer?
Everybody, we're back here. This is Greg Dazinski, aka Master G, licensed professional counselor in the state of Michigan, relationship and sex specialist here, broadcasting through Fishbowl Radio Network. And I have a special guest, Cynthia, talking about crazy sex, people. Everybody out for that? And we had a little bit of technical difficulties, so it seems like everything's back in order now. And hopefully everybody logged back in and is able to find us on the live chat. I know we had quite a few people on there, and I think we lost a few of them when we had to log back in. So I apologize for that. Great technology. Sometimes it sucks ass. So simple as that. We're going to talk about getting... the old adage, how many women would love it? And this individual mentioned about this, no panties, and bend over the pool table and have him behind you, teaching you how to play. You mean like taking his pool cue and just putting the balls in the hole, so to speak? Is that what you want? Is that your idea of long and crazy and kinky? Ooh, now, here we go. What is the difference now? Is there a difference? I want to hear Cynthia chime in on this. Is there a difference between crazy and kinky, or are they all interrelated in your eyes? Hello? Cynthia?
You keep asking me these tough questions.
These tough questions?
Crazy and kinky?
Just your idea. They don't have to be professional or anything.
Yeah, crazy to me is anything that's might get you in trouble. Kinky is a little bit different. You're not necessarily gonna do these things always out in public, or have to worry about somebody seeing you.
Uh-oh, we might have lost Cynthia now. What the hell is going on? Okay. Well, I'm going to continue with the show and see what's going on. because I don't know what the hell the deal is, if it's issue with the mixer or not. So, you on?
I'm on. Quit playing with me.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Talk
Okay,
a little
I
louder.
Can't hear
there
me
we
either.
go. Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, as long as you can hear me.
Yep.
I guess it depends on the situation. Kinky, crazy. Crazy sex to me is when you're out doing things in public and there's always that chance you're going to get caught. Kinky can be done anywhere, whether it's in public, at home. Usually you're doing it behind closed doors. At least as far as I'm concerned, that's how I look at it.
Okay. Okay. Now, yeah, some people interrelate this, and we're talking, a lot of people on Facebook talking about 50 Shades of Grey, the movie and everything. Everyone was talking about how tame that was, and you got to remember the focus of that versus the book it implements. It's a rated R movie, so they had to water it down quite a bit. So that's why, I kept hearing a lot of people reading the book were disappointed in the movie for that realm. Or maybe just your kinky ideas were fantasies that got carried away in the book. You expected them to be met your expectations in the film, in the movie, right? Maybe not. So I want to hear everybody else. What's your definition of kink, being a kinkmeister, or sort of being crazy sex, right? We talk about, we can bring in whips and chains and all those little toys going on. I want to know what else drives you wild, drives you crazy. What's the you hear people doing it, getting one of my fantasies, I talked about this. What about doing it in a freaking, in a dressing room, right?
Been there, done that.
Oh, God. Just tell me which one, because I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there anymore. So tell me, what is, it could be, is it part of the temptation or the thrill of getting caught? Or can it be crazy when it's just you two not getting caught? Oh, my God, you're an exhibitionist, big time.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, been there, done that, she says, right? Hopefully everybody
I think
can...
actually, I'll stop you for just a second. I think actually that's the whole kinky part of it. Can you hear me? The whole thing with the dressing room, the kinky aspect of that is if you've been in a DNS relationship, and I was in a DNS relationship for quite a long time, was when I was told that I needed to go into a certain store and I needed to do specific things. However, he wasn't necessarily involved physically with that. There were times he would be at work and he'd send me to the store to pick up specific clothing items, whatever, toys, whatever he wanted. And at one point in time, I went into Victoria's Secret. One of the girls came in to help me, and things went from there. To me, that's where the kink comes in. And it's not necessarily, like I said, he doesn't necessarily have to be physically involved or even there. But let me tell you, he knows if it's happening, if you're following directions or if you're not, because there is a punishment when you're not.
And how do you know if you're not, if you didn't get those items of clothing, right? And, for people out there, right, the DNS, if people didn't pick that up, dominatrix and submissive, right? If people didn't pick up on that, right? Which one? Now, how many women out there are maybe dominatrix versus the submissive role? And everybody's heard me say this on numerous shows before. The submissive women, like I mentioned in 50 Shades and also on other, radio shows, I talked about the submissive role. These women, typically that are submissive in S&M and also, the dominatrix and being the submissive one, they tend to be more sexually confident, more sexually evolved, more sexually mature than most women. Oh my God, I would never do that. I wouldn't get treated that way. No, it's sort of getting submissive for pleasure and giving pleasure. It's both. It's the mutual pleasure, and a lot of women don't get that. It is not mistreatment. It is not what the hell do I, being controlled all the time. It is part of letting go and the freedom to let go. And that takes a lot of confidence, a lot of courage, and a lot of women don't get that. Shit, I don't think a lot of men get that.
Yes, and I have to agree with you 100% on that. I've been told before that anybody who's in a submissive relationship or a DNS, S&M relationship, most women have daddy issues. Something happened to them when they were growing up to cause them to feel this way and not appreciate themselves or not have confidence in themselves. In a DNS or an S&M relationship, in order for that relationship to work and to last, you would have to be 100% on the same page with each other. There has to be nothing but total trust between the partners. And there's usually very
safe
mentally
words,
stable.
Too. Yeah. You have to be mentally stable and know that trust is huge, especially in those relationships, because you don't want somebody to get hurt. And that's where, even you saw the movie, and everyone in the S&M role, even in the dominatrix and stuff, you got to have safe words, because as we know, you might say, oh, no, doing role play, and then you end up part of the play. That's why you need the safe words, because you need to know the difference between the actual role playing and where your boundaries are being crossed. So that is huge. And, how many people out there want to try a little bit of crazy sex, in the dressing room, or frickin' driving down the freeway in rush hour traffic in the middle of, it'd be the daylight, and frickin' you want to get it on, or giving your boyfriend head, or, I don't know, you wouldn't be able to lick your heterosexual relationship, guys, you wouldn't be able to lick her while she's driving, would you? Ooh, you know what? No, because you'd frickin' hit the gas and a brake, you'd be going all over the place and crashing. So I don't think you'd be able to do that. Now, if she was sitting on your face while you were driving, you'd crash too, because you wouldn't be able to see where the hell you're going. You'd frickin' be, hey, officer, I'm sorry, but a beaver was in my face. I couldn't see shit. Would you be able to, would that be crazy enough? That wouldn't be able to do that. What the hell are you laughing for, Cynthia?
I'm not trying to kill anybody here.
I'm not trying to kill anybody. I didn't say you were doing that shit, but I don't want to die, man. I don't want someone else to die. It'd be like, the movie in Parenthood, she was giving him head, and he runs into the frickin' Edison or the telephone pole, and he goes, yeah, honey, show him what you were doing. No, but he can. Yeah, I agree. That's right. He can, with the finger, all that aspect, big time. He can play around, fondle with the finger and all that. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that. And it gets juicy. And all of a sudden you start thinking you're going 45 or maybe, 70, and you're going 100 miles an hour because he's hitting those spots with his fingers, and you're freaking adrenaline and freaking tensing up, and that freaking pedals getting pushed to the floor, and all of a sudden freaking you got red lights behind you, and then whatever. Then the officer, hey, do you know what you were doing? Then all he has to do is say, officer, smell my fingers. No, that might be just crude.
Yes, I know what
that might be crude. So I want to hear more about what your definition of, is there a definition between crazy and kinky, right? For some people, crazy sex, believe it or not, I don't want to scare people off up there. And I talked about this, about getting your freak on, a couple months ago, did a show about getting your freak on. And there is a difference between, some people might think crazy sex is, oh my God, we're going to go outside and have sex in the backyard at midnight or underneath the stars, and that's crazy. And oh my God, we have neighbors all around. They could see us. And some people, like I said, screw that. I think crazy is freaking doing it in the backyard or in the front yard during the daylight where people can see you. So everybody is different. What's your definition of crazy sex versus and kinky sex versus you think it's totally wrong, raunchy, and some people, I think, foo out there, the raunchier the better. And what is definition of raunchy? We can talk about raunchy has a very negative connotation to it, but you know what? Maybe raunchy is right. Ooh.
It all depends on how you look at it.
I agree. It's very subjective. And if you look at, oh my God, I would never do that. You know, I would, oh my God, I'm not going to be someone's slut. Yes, I did say that for a reason for someone's ears out there. But you look at, you know, what is your definition and what would make you let go a little bit and have a little crazy sex, maybe out on a, you know, if you're in an apartment, you have balcony and it's during the daylight or maybe even just dusk and, you know, you have people walking, you're having sex on the freaking balcony as people are walking into the door. And freaking down with that. There's sort of that, you know, sort of that crazy, we could get caught and like, who gives a shit? We're having fun. Let them be jealous. Ooh. Or would they bust your ass for indecent exposure? And then you're like, oh, shit, how do I explain that to the licensing board? I'm practicing what I preach. That's all I can say. Okay. You look at what are, you know, we talk about crazy, and, you know, people having sex with frickin' animals, you know, or, you know, that's, yeah, I ain't even going to go into that. Professionally, personally, yeah, I'm just leaving that alone. But
please, let's do.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. Now I lost my train of thought. Okay, what else? You know, some people even think crazy sex, whatever, is being swingers and being in the lifestyle. They think that's crazy, but also some people might view that as being tame.
Been there, done that?
Oh, my God, Cynthia. Was that what? Did everybody hear that okay? Been there, done that, right?
Been there, done that.
I know. Is that for you? I had told you, I deal with clients all the time that are in the lifestyle. And, you know, like I said, they have their own boundaries. And is that crazy and wild to you? Or, you know, being in the lifestyle or swingers, you know, is that still, because you're having sex with somebody else, is that tame? Would that be boring? Ooh.
Would that be boring?
Yes.
Why would you be doing it if it was boring?
Oh, God, I agree, but that wasn't my damn question. My damn question is, you could be doing it. Is it just the newness of it? And say you don't bring any kink into it, right? Or just that, being in the lifestyle. Is that being crazy? But you're having ordinary, what do you want to call it, ordinary sex? Doggy style, missionary position?
Lame sex?
Lame sex.
Lame sex?
I think swinging is crazy for couples. I don't share.
It's crazy
and
for
I'm not
some.
judging.
No, I
Yeah.
actually have to say yes. I've been there, done that. However, it's not something I would do again. That's another one of those places where you have to have total trust in each other. And I can say, I don't care who you are or what kind of relationship you're in. You cannot bring another couple into the relationship and have boundaries.
What? You
I
gotta
just
have
don't think
boundaries.
But
But they always get crossed.
they get crossed
down the
That's
road.
The
I think
issue.
sooner or
Eventually
later, I
they're gonna
agree.
Get crossed.
And usually those issues, you know, with swinging and all that stuff, like I mentioned this on numerous shows, you know, about if you want to say crazy orgies and group sex and swingers. Some swingers just swap with one other couple, and that's it. They're not going to orgies. They're not going to, you know, the parties and all this stuff. I agree with you on the text. You know, why be in a committed relationship if you're going to have sex with other, you know, people? Stay single. I agree. And I've been offered, you know, even threesomes. You boy. Let's just say a few times. And I've turned them down. And a lot of guys think I'm nuts for that. And it's weird because I think one thing I feel like, shit, I can't last 20 seconds. How am I going to please both, you know? So shit. No, I'm teasing.
No, I definitely agree too, though.
But
I mean, it's not for everybody.
No.
And at the time, you know, it was something new, something to do, something exciting, you know, when things started not going the greatest. So it's something we did. But I definitely wouldn't recommend it for most people.
No, you're running into trouble, you know, left and right. And, the issue comes in with the boundaries and everything else. And one tends to get more emotionally connected to somebody else, and that's where the issues come in. But now, we're getting back into, what are some, I want to know what your fantasies are. I want to know what some ideas of crazy sex, acts or kinky things you want to do. You hear about people wanting to get it on a freaking roller coaster. New definition at Cedar Point, doing the corkscrew. Right? How many people want to do that? Holy shit.
No,
would that be exhilarating, or would that be like, no way? Or would you be able to, hey, wait a minute, I think the corkscrew's over within frickin' 30 seconds. So does that mean you'd be done within 30 seconds? What are some aspects? This maybe crazy is getting a blowjob, driving down the road, right? And she's sort of playing with your stick shift. Would that work, too? What the hell are you laughing at? I'm funny as hell, ain't I? No. How unprofessional am I, right? Yes, I do take my job very seriously sometimes, working with couples and trying to help them. And a lot of people know that. Like I said, the radio show is a little bit different than my just a little bit, not too much presentation working and helping with couples in my office here in Metro Detroit. So people are, oh, my God, he's a professional therapist. Oh, my God, he's sort of crazy unprofessional. That is my style, but I am a little bit different and respectful and stuff in the office, absolutely, when it's called for. Anyways, I want to know, what are your crazy sex ideas, right? You and your hubby are going on a little weekend getaway. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a rendezvous, would it, if you're going together? A rendezvous, right, where you're meeting somebody. So I don't think it'd be called a rendezvous.
Who knows? I could be meeting somebody.
Oh, God, I thought you were done with that shit. So I want to hear what are some things that maybe you do. Maybe you give some ideas to help the listeners out there think about different ways to whatever.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily crazy sex that has to do with, great sex. I don't know. We'll be going away. This will actually be probably about the first time that we've gone away, just the two of us with no kids. So it doesn't really matter what kind of sex we're having. It's probably going to be a little bit more intense, more mind-blowing, the closeness and everything.
Wait. We just talked about closeness, and you said that was lame, boring, didn't you?
For me, it usually is.
Oh,
but
God.
I can't say that it won't be different when knowing that there's nobody around. I mean, I have lame, boring sex most nights now. I have kids. When the kids aren't around, it's a little bit more meaningful. You have boring,
great. I'm telling your husband.
You go right ahead.
He'll say, I don't care as long as I get off.
That's exactly what he's saying.
As long as I get mine. I want to know, crazy sex. Some people get into, like I said, whips and chains or the sex swings. Those are, some of the people look at those and they look at, what about having mirrors on your ceiling? I had an aunt and uncle.
Lame.
Oh, my God. I can't even say who it is. An aunt and uncle that I was really close with. And I was young, and they freaking had mirrors all over the place. On the ceiling, the walls, they were freaking kinkmeisters. I remember I used to visit them years ago a lot, and, I'd take work off, whatever. I was younger. Take work off, go watch a couple baseball games, and they'd be off work, and freaking uncle would come out and say, hey, Greg, you get bored. And I'm like, what the hell's, movies? And they're all freaking pornos. And I'm like, oh, shit, freaking crack me up. They're a riot. So, do you look at crazy sex? How many people look at porno as educational pieces? And I did a thing on porno, enhancing your relationship or killing it. Do you look at, did they have a waterbed too? You know what? I'm trying to think of that. I don't even know. God, that was years ago. That was the thing years ago, right? They had the water beds, man. You couldn't even get any traction or grip. You know what I mean? Like just bear down because you're always. But then they come out with the waveless water beds. I remember that. I never had one. I think, no, that's not my thing. And some people crack me up with the liner. They take all the sheets off and frickin' put oil all over the water.
Yeah.
Oh, she's done. Of
Heard
course.
that. No, I
Of
have
course
never.
Cindy's done it.
I have never had sex in a waterbed. I can't stand waterbeds.
You know what? I'm trying to think if I ever did. Now to come to think
I
about
can't
it.
imagine.
You know what? I
how
don't
that
think
would
I
work,
did have sex in a
honestly.
waterbed. Would that be crazy? Now, what about having sex in your parents' waterbed and then you thinking about them doing it in the same spot?
Oh, no.
That's would that be definition of crazy sex, or that's just
That's
sick?
just plain old nuts.
That's just sick, right?
Oh,
'Kay.
now I have to go home with this picture in my head.
As you wake your hubby up, right? When you get out of here,
Poor
help
guy,
me
he's
out with
gonna
the
have to
show.
He's suffering tonight.
My voice, is going. And I feel bad on professionalism, too, with the technical difficulty. So my apology. We're backing up. Many thanks to Fishbowl Radio Network. Oh, thanks for the visual, yeah. Oh, everyone's going to have freaking nightmares tomorrow night when I teach a class tomorrow. Greg, what'd you talk about? You don't want to know.
Your parents and waterbeds.
Yeah, think
and
about your
sex.
parents having sex. That's all you have to know. And okay, change the subject. What other, so porn can enhance and maybe look at different ways you want to try, sex, different positions, whatever. And you look at what is crazy, what is freaky sex to you, and everybody is different. It's very subjective, and I want to be, very cautious, or I'm very understanding of that. What I might view as crazy or kinky or Cynthia doesn't mean everybody has to follow suit. Not at all. It means what is crazy to you and how you can spice up your sex life and maybe even meet some of your fantasies or obtain some of your fantasy elements. And can you incorporate those? Does sex have to be crazy or kinky all the time?
No.
No. I agree. Boy, that was quiet. No. Okay.
I said, you can't hear me again?
And I could hear you. I just hope the listeners can hear. I got a couple I deal with now, and I see probably more of the wife than the husband. And the big issue years ago, everything, and it got sort of bad for her because she felt like just a piece of ass all the time. Every sexual episode they had to be like a porn star quality. Had to be kinky, had to be crazy, and that's the way the husband wanted it. Every single time it had to be acrobatic, had to be like a porn scenario, and it was getting old for her, and I get it, because the main aspect is the emotional connection gets zapped. It's more about the act than the connection. I tell people all the time, if you have the connection, that's the number one thing, where sex tends not to be boring if you're connected. Or Cynthia's over here bullshit. You know what? Fuck that. I don't want to be connection. Just fuck me hard, right? No.
No, actually, yeah, you're right. I agree with you on that.
What?
Don't give me that look. I hate boring sex.
But
Yeah,
I know. So you're being a hypocrite, right? No, not a hypocrite. You're being a liar.
I'm not a liar.
What's the difference between?
I hate boring sex. I like the intimacy, but I don't have to have sex to have that intimacy.
Then what's the point?
To make him happy.
To make him
Somebody's
happy.
gotta
No,
make him happy.
I agree. I talk about, with couples all the time, and on the show, newer show. I'm all about, typically if sex is boring, number one thing I go after, and I talk, oh my God, it seems like almost every other show I talk about is I always go after the emotional connection. That's the number one thing. If there's a sexual complaint with couples, not all couples have a sexual complaint. Their sex life can be great, they say, but it's outside the bedroom, kitchen counter, kitchen table, washer, dryer, hood of the car, in the driveway. Whoa, you get my drift. It's they say it's great, but it's outside of that, right? And as, individual food mentioned, I love deep connected sex. It's very intense as long as he's bending me over that pool table with no panties on with the pool cue, right? No. Oh, God, I'm getting slap happy. Someone's supposed to bring me damn coffee. No. Oh, I think I had some. I think we're out by now. I'm teasing about the coffee. No. Rest up. So, you look at what I want you to look at, what is taboo for you and why is it taboo? Is it because of religious beliefs? Is it because of social? Maybe how you were brought up, right? Maybe, you were brought up watching, Leave It to Beaver and the Waltons, all these pure, nice shows, right? Now we say, I know you did, and I appreciate that. I'm teasing. I'm just busting your chops. Have coffee. It's just got cold. I got to nuke it. Plus, I probably won't sleep anymore going on frickin' I'll have, 20 hours awake time till I hit the hay. Cynthia, are you getting tired on me? You're quiet.
No, I'm not getting tired.
Am
I'm
I
just
always
listening
quiet?
to you babble.
You listen to me babble. I babble all the time, especially when I get slap happy. So, I want to hear, what are some other ideas out there, listeners? Give me a call, 586-212-4196. And you can join us on live chat through the Art of Relationships radio show's own app for Android and Apple devices, mobile devices, or, through the Spreaker app or Spreaker.com, the Art of Relationships radio show. And, some ideas, and we're talking about on Facebook before the show, talking about, different, actually, that was the other day about, kinky sex and boring and how tame and all this stuff. How many people look at, do you think some people get desensitized to tame sex? Ooh.
And what
do you think,
do you
think people that are into, say, the obscure, crazy, kinky sex, and they need it all the time? Like I mentioned one couple I work with, where that's, basically all he wanted, no emotional connection. It's all about the acrobatics, a porn star, and always frickin', doing that. Forgetting about the emotional connection. But do you think that it gets to a point where nothing is crazy enough anymore?
I think for
Ooh.
some people that, yeah, it definitely does. I don't know anybody like that.
Yeah, Foo, are you like that? I want to know if you're like that. If it gets to a point where the sex, crazy sex, that there's never, it's always got to be upped. It's always got to be enhanced a notch or two before it gets boring. And I look at that, too. I get the excitement. I get all that. It's like adrenaline junkies. No, thank you for answering. Adrenaline junkies to where, everything becomes boring. Everything becomes mundane, right? Or tame, lame, as Cynthia mentioned throughout the show tonight, to where it always has to be enhanced. And I think there are adrenaline junkies out there that no matter what, they always have to up the ante, right? Instead of one whip, you got to beat me with frickin' 10.
Whips.
Yeah, 3 whips, and one's got to be leather, one's got to be chains, and the other one has to be steel bars, And they always up the ante. Ooh, when I mentioned steel bars, Cynthia's eyes bugged out like, shit, I got to try that. She was like freaking, oh, wow, I never thought of that.
Wait, I'm not sure where we're
'Kay.
going with
Oh!
the steel bars.
And what about,
We did
also...
say no logs.
No logs. Oh, God. Oh, boy. I like deep love, romantic sex, and crazy sex. You know what, Foo? I do, too. I think it's a great mix. I think you can have fun. Joke around, kinky. Steel bars equal torn rotator. Oh, shit, that's right. She's speaking from the truth, too. Was that the pole you heard that on you were dancing on, Foo? No, I forgot. Hopefully that's doing... Oh, God, you caught me off guard with that one, Foo. Hopefully that's healing up very well after your surgery and everything else. So I hope it's doing well. And physical therapy, I know it's not easy, but I hope it's freaking cracking up now. I hope it's doing a lot better, and it's starting to become less painful for you in the physical therapy realm. Okay, not only, we're going to take our last break for the evening. Just be a short break, and we will be back. And I want to bring up about, what about crazy kinky sex? Do you incorporate certain toys like anal beads, anal probes? Do you bring up, what else would you bring up? Why the hell did you slap your hands?
What else would I bring up?
Talk louder.
The double-headed dildos.
Oh, double-headed dildo. What, one up his ass, one up
there?
yours?
Excuse
Then
me?
you do the bump?
No, you need those with your girlfriends.
Your girlfriend, right? Or maybe he wants it up the anal cavity probe.
Okay, can we stay away from the butt?
Why? I don't know.
It is
Some
an
people love
exit
that.
only.
Exit only? That ain't what some people in chat are saying. Anyways, okay, we'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks for hanging on. Special thank you out to you to Foo for hanging on and being an awesome supporter of the show. And I think with the technical difficulties, we lost a few other ones too. And my bad, my apology for that, even though I have no idea what the hell happened. We'll be back in a short time frame. Thanks for listening.
If you're looking for that unique, cool fashion statement, check out Shoes by Shay on Facebook. She has hand-painted, hand-designed canvas shoes for you, your loved one. It's an inspirational piece unique to your own taste. Check out Shoes by Shay on Facebook. Again, that's Shoes by Shay on Facebook.
living on the other side of the line. Well, come on, baby, well, let's be funky. I got the right time, come on. Who's your daddy? Talk to me, mama. I think I know just what you want, but I still don't know who your daddy might be.
This is Greg Dzinski back, aka Master G. This is the Art of Relationships radio show, and that was Rev Funky. Who's your daddy? Pat Ferris. You check him out on Facebook at Reverb Nation along with Skyway Traffic. Check him out. Awesome Metro Detroit area vocalists and musicians. Just phenomenal. So check them out. Appreciate it. And we're into our last segment of the Art of Relationships radio show. I know we lost a few listeners out there, and I when we had technical difficulties, which I hate, and I have a lot of pride in the work I do. Oh, we got some people back now, right? She must not have had an orgasm. Who didn't have an orgasm? Oh, to get back on. Yeah, okay. I know. I apologize for that, okay? Yeah, that poor guy. She must not have had an orgasm that way. No butt action for him. Now, gonna go into, right before the break, I want to get into, what's crazy. How many people want to try different things? Even, is it crazy to do anal sex or try anal sex and do lube? And we talk about it. I know a couple ladies on frickin' chat right now is, you were talking to Foo. That you guys, you and Foo were raking it up about the anal sex, saying that you love it and as he's playing with you too. Is that crazy? You want to use lube and you want to roll that very, very, yep. Me, yes, not anal on. With the double-headed dong, and maybe Cynthia was talking.
Me, yes. Yeah, we're not using it with him.
I didn't say I wanted it. No. Oh, shit, now I got a brain fart going on. We talk about, do you want to try different things? I know, I'm with you, Foo. But we look at, you ladies crack me up, and I appreciate all your love and support out there very much. But, it's crazy. Kinky talking about, do you want to try anal beads? Do you want to try, maybe anal probes or different? Do you want to try makes it too wet, spit and relax? Oh, God. Are you on your painkillers, Foo? Oh, God, I love you guys so much. You guys got to frickin' tell everybody out there. So we need, I don't know if 10 o'clock is too late for the Eastern Coast, whatever. Hopefully, I want to welcome those. They might not be tuning in anymore. From the Fishbowl Radio Network out of Texas. I welcome you to the Art of Relationships radio show. I'm very excited to join you guys, and hopefully the hours aren't too late for everybody on the East Coast and be able to get the word out and tune in. Spit and relax when it comes to that anal sex. No painkillers the whole time. Are you talking about anal sex, Foo, or are you talking right now? Oh, boy. So, it's crazy and kinky. Are you looking at, is that totally disgusting using, like, anal beads, right? Or Benoit balls, right? Oh, my God. These are
Greg
top balls. Oh, Benoit balls. No, They're actually meditation balls.
Close enough. It's all
Close
the same
enough,
damn
right?
thing.
These actually are pretty big, too. Well, I don't know. No, I guess not. Oh, since surgery. Good. I'm glad you didn't need any painkillers at all. Foo, that's awesome. Good for you. We talk, variations of kink, right? Everybody talks about different, is it, have you looked into Japanese, rope bondage too? You told me last time I must have been drunk when I said something. Yeah, I do that, right? You couldn't have been stoned because you'd be too, smoking doobies or whatever. You'd be freaking too tired to do anything. You'd be just laid back, not texting, not doing nothing. Oh, man, cool, far out. You look at the elements, do you want to spice it up a little bit? What have you, in your repertoire, Kinkmeister, and your after you disclosed all the information? I'm not going to repeat it on here. You're going to end up getting stalkers, and your husband's going to have to beat them away. What is it? Toys? Would you look at that as crazy, or like Japanese rope bondage? Some people are into that, some aren't. And it's about letting go, and also you need to be freaking flexible, especially if you're getting suspended, from pulleys or the ceiling with the rope bondage. And Cynthia's like, been there, done that. No,
No, I haven't.
Talk a little louder. Well, you haven't been there?
No, I haven't been there.
But you can Google, people can Google if they're not familiar with it, the Japanese, rope bondage, and you can throw in the traditional B&D flogging, Princess Fu, for you in the traditional sense with, bondage of, different flogging styles, more harsh, more tame, can be, soft metal chains. It can be leather. It can be, vinyl straps. It can be almost, some people even use frickin' switches, and some people also some people like the scratching elements of like brooms, like whisk brooms, the straw brooms and stuff. They use that as well because of the scratching, the tendency. And how many people think wild and crazy sex always have to leave marks? Ooh, like you dig your nails into someone's back or their ass, and now they can't sit down for a while, but they're smiling. Oh, my God, I can't sit down for a week because I got frickin' scabs on my ass from all the frickin' nails getting poked in my ass. I can't sit down, but I fucking love it. How many people are like that?
And I know what's to come next time around.
No, yeah, right? Forget that. I had that done to me before, and it was like, this is cool. And after, I'm like, oh, God, I don't want that. I'm like, oh, my God, what the hell? I'm like, oh, ooh, ow. At that time, yeah, good thing I had a stand-up job. I wouldn't be able to sit down anymore. I'd be standing up talking to clients with, oh, Greg, you okay? Oh, yeah, I'm just fine. I need to stretch my legs. By the way, my ass is killing me, but no. So does that mean, is that crazy, the scratching and digging your nails in your back? What about biting, too? We talk about anal beads and everything else. Some people are into nibbling or even a little biting that, and like I mentioned, you better be fully aroused. That's what I like about anal. I can feel it the next day. Oh, God. Ooh, the remnants. Food, I'm just speechless. And nobody, even Cynthia will tell me, she's known me for years.
Greg is never
Greg,
speechless.
even when I teach human sexuality and stuff too in class, I'm never speechless. And frickin' Foo has me speechless. Unbelievable. When I talk to couples, I want to hear their story. It's not all about me, so I keep quiet. Yeah, I'm active, but I want to hear their stories and what's going on with them. Like I want to do with you, but no one's freaking calling. We have a little bit of time left in the show, a couple minutes left, 586-212-4196. I'd love to hear that Texas accent from you Fishbowl Radio Network followers. And I am also very, very happy and excited. I'm going to be joining RRX, Raw Radio X, out of Metro Detroit. D, starting next Wednesday, the 20th, from 9 to 11. So I'm going to be doing, I know the times are a little offset, so hopefully that doesn't throw anybody off. But I'm going to be doing two-hour shows a week. Oh, my God. I will see if that's going to be too much or not. I don't know. What topic, subject matter. What was that?
You're killing me with all your different
I know.
times.
I'm killing everybody with all the changes. But the 9 o'clock Wednesday, I started doing that a couple of weeks ago. The start time's going to be the same format and everything with Raw Radio X out of Detroit. And like I said, I started, and I'm very, very happy to join the Fishbowl Radio Network family, too, out of Texas. Been so far a great experience, except for my end this evening with the technical difficulties. A lot of, I give many props to the Fishbowl Radio Network crew and the listeners that are joining the Art of Relationships radio show. So, okay, do you want to get, what about spank? Some people think, getting spanked is part of kink and being crazy sex. Huh?
Spank me, pull my hair every time.
But just don't stick it in your butt. No.
Been there, done that, but
Been there, done
not
that, and I don't want to do it again,
thing.
right?
But there's a lot of things that I've done, and a lot of things that I wouldn't do. I mean, there's people that enjoy the whole furniture
here we go.
aspect. There's people that enjoy the whole aspect with latex.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah. And people have latex fetishes. They have leather fetishes, plastic fetishes, vinyl,
and if
latex,
you touch my feet,
fur.
I will kill you.
What about the furries?
Oh!
Is that crazy and kinky sex? I forget. We were talking about that in human sexuality last time. What about the furries? Hey, Foo, have you ever dressed up as a fuzzy animal? And I'm not talking like a Playboy bunny either. That's not fuzzy. I'm talking like a frickin' bear. I'm talking like a frickin' chipmunk, maybe. What else? I don't know. Like a dog? They get in these furry costumes.
That,
right?
To me, that goes hand in hand with the whole
animal bestiality thing? I don't know. Do you think that would give you dress up in the animal costume and that lets your animalistic primal nature come out, right?
No, not me.
Boo! No, but Chip was Santa. Now, were you as
one.
Elf or Mrs. Claus?
Either way, he wasn't an animal.
Yeah, either way. Yeah, right? Uh-oh. You want to see unwrap Santa's big present for you? No. Oh, boy. Okay. You look at what you want to incorporate into, everybody has their view. And I want to be serious for once this evening and trying to fight off the slap happiness of being tired and being up for crap a long time, probably 20 hours or close to it. Crazy and kinky sex. Everybody's up. It was a dick in a box. I'm trying to be serious, Foon. You got to throw that shit at me. I heard of that. Oh, yeah, here's your present. Yeah, it's a dick in the box, right? Oh, freaking hilarious. How in the hell am I going to talk during class tomorrow? We're watching a movie. No. No.
50 Shades of Grey?
No. Oh, I won't be able to talk. But, in seriousness, I want to, remember, this is your life, people. It's not my life, Cynthia's, or, people on chat that we're talking about. It's seriously, this is your life. And you get to define what crazy is for you and what kinky is for you, okay? Don't let anybody else or social media or, 50 Shades of Grey and all the movies out there. Be confident in yourself. If you don't want to do that, or, you define crazy and kinky in your own relationship and within your own self, right? If you want to try something and you want to spice it up or you want to try a little bit crazier things and stuff, and believe it or not, a lot of women, they like it and they want it. And I get guys in there that they're afraid. Oh, my God, she's my wife. I can't treat her that way. I can't. Oh, my God, I got to be the nice guy. And that created some problems with women looking elsewhere. And I'm not saying all women in those situations do that. But, a lot of women want to do that. Maybe you need to bring that out in them. And what would it take for them to do that? And women, maybe you need to take the active role. It's 2015, and maybe you need to initiate it and tell them, you know what, I'd like to try this. I want to try this. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. And then your husband, oh, my God, what are you, a slut? And I feel sad for you because that's sad. And to me, I think that's their own sexual immaturity and their own issues about controlling and insecurities about them. That's how I look at it from a professional viewpoint, and also a personal viewpoint is, if they want to try things with you, and we all have boundaries, I get that, but initiate it, try something, and talk about it. Yeah, I'm scared. I'd love to try this. Oh, my God, this might be weird. Sort of laugh about it. If it doesn't work out, or even if it hurt, oh, my God, I don't want to try that again. Joke around, laugh about it, right? But remember, you define crazy and kinky sex. You define it in your own relationship and you as an individual. Do not let anybody else define it for you. If you want to try anal beads or, Benoit balls or vaginal beads, right? Whatever you want to try, go for it. Open up and explore. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. No big deal. You can say, I tried it. It's not for me. Would you rather have that? It's almost like that no regrets. And I'm not talking getting into, God, I can't even think right now. Swingers, there we go. Not getting into swingers or, S&M, and not at all. I'm not saying everybody has to get in. I'm not into S&M. Totally yeah, I'm not into S&M. People and couples. I work with, couples, more than a few that are in full-blown S&M. The B&D, bondage dominatrix, or, dominatrix, submissive role plays. And they know, they'll ask me if I'm in it, and I'll laugh. I said, no, it's not for me, but it ain't about me. It's about you, right? I want you to get fulfilled. I want you to explore that, and what works for you. It ain't about me. And it's the same for you. I want you to be confident enough to try things. Yeah, I'd like to try it. It's cool, whatever. Doesn't make me a freak. Doesn't make me a slut. It just makes me human, right? And if you want to try it, go after it. Be brave. Be confident in wanting to explore. That's being curious nature, right? I think we're all curious, or most of us are. So explore it in your sexuality and craze it up a bit. Kink it up a little bit, but underneath your definitions, not out of someone's book. Well, except mine, that's going to be coming out hopefully soon. I keep saying that, and it never does. No, it will. I'm working on it slowly, but it'll pick up and hopefully have it ready to edit in the next week or two. I'm hoping. Right. Yeah, baby.
I can't wait for that one.
I'm hoping it'll help a lot of people out. Plus, it'll laugh and everything else. So, remember, you define your boundaries. You define what kink and crazy sex is for you, okay? Don't let anyone else. But at the same point, don't be afraid to jazz it up, right? What is taboo is only taboo to you. If it's taboo to your friends or something else, that's their life, right? Don't let them affect or influence you. Don't let, how you grew up or whatever affect you, right? You go after what you want, and if you don't like it, that's fine. If you want to try something and your partner doesn't, and it's always like that, then are you with the wrong partner? That's very subjective as well. And I pose that question I work on healing and creating connective relationships on all levels, right? I'm all about that. However, it gets to a point where maybe you need to do a gut check for yourself and wondering, is this really working for me or not? Right? And it's scary, and I don't want anyone to get hurt, and I want people happy. I want to thank Miss Cynthia for sharing her convertible top down, doing it down 75.
But we're not touching my butt.
But, no, I'm not touching your butt. That's up for you and your husband. I'm not doing that. I want to thank Princess Fu. And I don't know if I can say her name or not, so I won't. And I want to appreciate everybody that was in chat earlier, and my apology for the technical difficulties. Hopefully that won't happen again. Actually, I think that was the first time we had that major issue. that was going on. We've had some issues in the past, but I thought I had them ironed out. So I don't know. We have some storms going on in the area, so I don't know if that's what happened or whatever, a short or something that went through the mixer. Say goodnight, Cynthia.
Well, good night, and thanks again for having me.
Oh, anytime, you know that. Anytime you're welcome to come in here and talk about non-anal sex and other kink and oh boy, I'm tired. Other kink and crazy sex aspects or anything, right?
There it is.
We got numerous topics coming up. I got them all written down, and we got some pretty good shows. And as always, please send me an email. Give me a call or a text. You know, you call me, give me a text at 586-212-4196. You can email me, Greg, Greg, 1G at the end, at theartofrelationships, that's plural, .org. You can also get a hold of me on Facebook, man. You don't have to friend request me. If you do, great. You don't have to. My stuff is usually up to the public. You check me out, theartofrelationships.org and theartofrelationshipsradioshow.org. And yeah, my voice is gone. So send me your requests, your show topic requests, or even if you got, questions, or you want to ask me a questions, please. I was a smart ass tonight. I usually am a smart ass, but I'm also very compassionate and very empathetic, and I actually care greatly for helping people. That's what I'm all about. That's what the Art of Relationships radio show is all about. Everybody have a good evening. Everybody take care. Thank you so much.
Art of Relationships radio show is copyrighted. No one is to use any part of the show without express written consent from myself, Greg Dazinski, or the Art of Relationships. Thank you.